Welcome back, my lovelies. How are you all? How did you like the little crafting the other day, the little Halloween bits and pieces? I thoroughly enjoyed doing them. I've still got the bits out actually, which I need to now put away because obviously Halloween's gone. But I've still got, actually I'll just swish around, look, on the table with a load of other bits and pieces. Now excuse my frock and showing me bosoms, but I just wanted to tell you this funny story. So I've been out, I've got a little pound shop, Poundland haul for you. It is Christmassy bits, but they're going to be our crafting bits. So I've got them in a bag in front of me. So today's video is DIY inexpensive Christmas decorations. But before we get on, this made me laugh, and you know, and I'm thinking to myself, it'll make everyone else laugh as well. So I've got to tell you. So anyway, I thought it's a gorgeous day again. It's 22 degrees, and it's got to be about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. And I thought, right, I'm going to pop down the road, get what I need to do the crafting, and crack on. So I put my autumn dress on, you know, a lightweight little dress from Zara. It's a full length one. You've seen it before. And gets out the car, and all of a sudden, as I've looked down, the whole, well, I've had to put a pin in it, look. Right, I've got a safety pin here now. All of this front was undone. I was strolling down the town in the little, it's like, I don't know what you call it, like a little mini business park, if you like. I'm just walking along as if, you know, nothing, got my little shoulder bag on there. And there's a couple of, there was a woman and a bloke walking past me. And I'm going to say they was in there maybe like my age, mid-50s, something like that. They're walking past me and they like glanced and then looked at each other and carried on going. Then someone else, and I thought, so when I looked down, my chest is out, right? I've got a bra on, my chest is out and all my belly's hanging out. Oh my God, and I thought, oh my God, no wonder people are looking at me. So I'm struggling to try and do this, but the buttons on here are so bloody tiny, they just keep popping open. And I haven't even got a big chest. I wouldn't mind if I had a great big pair of bosoms, go like stretching everything out. Oh, I thought, can't believe it. But why on earth didn't these people, and if you're watching me, you should have come tapping the shoulder and said, excuse me, missus, but your chest is hanging out. Anyway, I just thought I'd just share that with you. So what I had to do is, while I was in the pound shop, I picked up a couple of safety pins because I didn't want to drive all the way back home again, and safety pin it up because it kept popping open. Anyway, I thought I'd just have to share that with you. So before we crack on, I'm going to take this off in a second, but I just literally wanted to show you before we carry on. So yeah, anyway. So I've got a couple of announcements to make as well, some exciting news I need to share with you because you may want to get involved. Actually, so there's some exciting news and there's some not exciting news, but anyway, we'll come to that. I'll come to that at the end of the video. Right, folks, changed, ready for action. Let's crack on with our pound shop and then, well, Poundland. Little mini haul, if you like, and then we'll crack on and start on our little DIY projects. I may not be able to get all the projects done today because I've got quite a few. Not a lot of pieces, but a few projects to do with them, if that makes sense. I love a Baileys in a coffee, like a latte. Right, so let's crack on. Now, a couple of these pieces was not in my pound shop previously, so they've only just come in, and it's probably because Halloween's now gone. Obviously they've took all the stuff, taking the stuff off the shelves now they're bringing in all their Christmas decor. So I saw these and knew straight away what I was going to do with them. These are placemats. Now they didn't have them in gold, this is rose gold, and they're in the shape of a Christmas tree, as you can see. Now I've got a couple of ideas for these. I've picked up 3 of them. They had silver as well. And probably what I'm going to do is buy an extra one, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But these ones, the rosy kind of goldy colour, I'm going to keep, and I'm going to keep them as is. So I'm going to put them to the side for the moment, and then when I've done this, I'm going to talk you through and tell you what I'm going to do with them. So Christmas tree table mats, we're not using them for table mats, obviously. And they were, hang on a second, where are they? Christmas, oh, they was £1 each, so that's good. That's what I like to hear. Baubles are coming in now. I think they had these last week. But this idea kind of came to me after watching a couple of YouTube videos, and I thought, good idea, I can do that. So I've picked up only one, and they are going to go with, they were £1.50 I think. Bauble, yeah, giant bauble was £1.50. I've picked up 2 more of the, they are called cocktail bowls, there you go. I picked up 2 of those to go with this. And you're probably guessing already what I'm going to do with that. I've picked up some fluffy socks. Oh, the bowls are they £1.50 or £1? Do we remember that? Bowls, where are you? They're £1.50 each for those bowls. I've picked up 2 pairs of fluffy socks. They're just children's socks. They were £2.50. So I've got the red and white peppermint stripe and just probably like an elf for the elf, maybe. Green, yellow and red top. So I've picked up a packet of those. Picked up some red wool or yarn, whatever you want to call it. They are £1, I believe. Yep, for the yarn. I'm smiling to myself because I'm looking at this thinking I can't wait to do it. They've got their miniature Christmas trees in there now. Now they have done pink in the past. At the moment they've only got white and green. I picked up 2 white ones. They are £2 each. They're 2 foot, but we're not using them as Christmas trees, as you probably know. And then I picked up, now I think they had them in there, was it last year or the year before, the candy canes. They literally had 3. I mean, and this one is already coming apart. But again, we're going to be taking all this tinsel off. So I've picked up 3 of those, the candy cane, it just says tinsel decoration on there. 3 of those, and they are, a minute, let me look at my thing. Tinsel, oh, they're £1. They're £1, so good value for money. The only thing I wish they did was, I wished that they had not just one direction of the hook, if that makes sense. I wish they had 2 directions like that, because then you could still do that if you wanted to, but obviously this is now concave and that one's the other way. Do you know what I mean? I think that's quite cute to make it like the candy cane like that, but anyhow. So I picked up those. They literally just had those 3, and people probably haven't bought them because all the tinsel's coming off. And no. So sorry folk, I had to stop filming just for a second because my baby grandson's just arrived. So I thought I'd just quickly introduce you to him. Hey, who's this? Who's this? Say hello. Say hello. And he's just going to have a bottle. So while he's having his bottle, I'll carry on. Shall I pass you back to Mummy? Yeah? Say bye-bye. Right, where was we? Yeah, so back to these. Yes, that's probably why people haven't bought them. Each one of them has got all the tinsel hanging off. So what people do is they leave them, they don't buy them. Well, it doesn't matter to us because we're going to remove this anyway. But if you did happen to buy them and you did want to keep the tinsel on there, on the corners here, or all the way along there, you've got these little nodules there. If the tinsel's coming off and you want to keep them with the tinsel on it, all you do is wrap it round, hook it over, hook it underneath, she says. Oh no, there must be a bit missing. There's a bit of a gap on this one. But anyway, what you would do is just wrap it all the way around and cover it back up again. This has got a little bit missing, and the same with the red. Cover it back up, hook it over, and you kind of, you know, play around with it and you'll get it back done again. So you don't even need to take this off. But the project we're doing is I'm going to be removing this tinsel. I'm going to keep the tinsel for another project, going to be removing it. So that's those ones. Christmas Santa hats, I think they're £1. They normally are. Yep, they're £1. Yep, I'm just checking. Yeah, £1 for those. We're going to be just doing something with that. What else? These were new. Just want to show you these. So these are little Christmas tree chalkboards. And you know what I did with the Halloween, the little mini chopping board? I'm going to do something similar. Sorry, this is where Georgie was dribbling on me, so I've still got this bit there. So we're going to do something similar with these. So I've picked up 3 of these, and these were, a minute, Christmas chalkboards, £1. And I've never seen them in there before. Whether they've been in other pound shops around the country, I don't know. Georgie! He's looking at me. I'm not too sure. But anyway, so I've picked up, sorry, the light's shining on them, but we will get them out. 3 of those, and they're a decent size as well. And on the back, they've got little stands so you can actually stand them up. So that is going to be a simple craft. So 3 of those. They've got in there, guys, as well, need to tell you, because people are always asking me about reef hangers. Reef hangers you can get in Wilco's, probably Asda, obviously the pound shop, and Home Bargains. Home Bargains didn't have any, but the pound shop have now started to get theirs in. They're £1. They're cheaper in Home Bargains, but as I said, my Home Bargains didn't have any in stock. So I always pick up a handful of these, especially if you're a reef seller. I always give my clients, my customers, a reef hanger with their reef. They do them in green. No, they don't do them in green. They do them in silver, gold, and they're black at one point. But anyway, so silver and gold for the reef hangers. So I picked up a couple of those. And then the last 2 things we've got are, they did the, oh, hang on, baubles, the chair covers. Now, I don't know whether they had them in there last year. I'm not too sure. I didn't buy any last year. These are the chair covers to go over the backs of your chairs, but obviously I'm not going to be using them as a chair cover. That's the chair cover. We're going to be doing a craft project with them. And then the last 2 things, they had them in there every year. They're £1. But again, we are stripping this off and we're just using the frame. So this is your tinsel Christmas tree, and the frame they come on is just that. It's just a plastic frame underneath there. So we're going to be removing all that. Then the very last thing, little baubles, and they're to make eyes and nose and that when we do our snowmen, which we're going to be doing. So I'm going to put all this away, and then I'm going to pick maybe 3 out of these items to do 3 projects with. So I'm going to clear this away, get organised, and then I'll be back then, all right? Right, now we're back in the dining room now, actually. So it's another day, because I had a busy day yesterday afternoon when Lou came round with Georgie, and we went for a walk because it was a nice day. So we're on another day. Anyway, let's crack on. So I'm just going to talk you through what I'm doing, my first project. I'm going to tip the camera down and explain what I'm doing. But basically, we're doing a snowman, okay? Very easy. We're using the bowl as his body. We're using the gold bauble as his head. We're using the little wooden, they're actually little Christmas trees, as his nose, which I've told you about. Can you see that? I've already painted that white ready, because I'm having my snowman, not the traditional style. I'm going with gold and white, with a touch of silver in it as well. So I've already painted his nose, so that's done, and I've glued it on the head. I'll show you in a second. For the eyes, I'm using the little foam balls. You can get these in most craft shops. The pound shop do them, but they're not as big as this. Or mine shop doesn't anyway. It's already got a little bit of glitter in it. But what I've done to do the eyes is I've sliced it in half, and I'm leaving it white iridescent like that. I may put a little bit more iridescent glitter on there. I'll see how I'm going. No, I can't. Well, I can. I've already glued them on there, so ignore that bit. But yeah, you can do if you want to glitter it all up. I haven't. Now I've thought about it, I could have done. I've already stuck those on. So we've done his head already. I've glued his little nose on, which is to glue it with glue stick. Got his little eyes. I'm not going to do a mouth. I'm leaving it blank because this isn't going to be, as I say, your traditional snowman. It's my version, my take on it. So I've done his face and his head. Leaving the glitter as is, not even going to touch it. And the bowl I've spray painted in white. Now I'm going to tip you down and talk you through what we're going to do with the hat. So let's come down a bit. Right, with the hat, my template is the Costco ribbon spools come with big bits of cardboard. They're perfectly round shape. So I've taken one off of that and I've used it as the base of the hat. Cut the hole out in the middle. And then I want the head to go kind of straight-ish, or kind of as if he's looking to the side a little bit. And then the hat is going to go cockeyed, so it's going to sit to the side as well, so it's going to look like that. So there's my base for my the rim of the hat. And I'm going to talk you through what we're going to do with that in a second. Then what I've done is got a bit of cardstock and I've rolled it up, as you can see, into a tube. So that is literally the basis for our hat. On the top, I'm actually using a lid from a candle. You know, the glass candles where you get, this particular one was from Home Bargains. I've spray painted it gold, and then I'm going to put some glitter over the top of that as well, just because I've got some scratches on it. That's going to sit on the top of that. So that's their little hat. Now, to cover all this up, I'm not going to paint the hat. I'm actually going to cover it in white fleece. This is a white throw, which I've had for ages, and it's literally out of the pound shop. They used to be, I bought that a long time ago, it was £3, but I think they're now £5. But what you can use as an alternative is felt, if you want to wrap in paper. Just white cardstock will do, or paint it. Whatever you want to do is completely up to you. It's your decision. start piecing him together. So I want to cock his head slightly. I might have just turned it around and face me a little bit, guys, just so I can have a little look at it and gauge where I want it. Love the hat, absolutely love. You could just have loads of little hats like that on your side. Such an easy thing to do. And believe me, if I can do it, anyone can do it. But what I like as well is the different colours in the metallics. Or that side. No, I think I'm going to go that side. I need to, sorry guys, just give me 1 second while I kind of, do I need anything else on there? Let me just see, hold on a minute, maybe not. Let me see. No, I don't think we do. I was going to put a little bit of greenery on there, but like this is quite sparkly, like a snowy effect. And I was going to try and put it sort of like a little, oh actually I can do it as a bow tie. Let's try that. Let's take the tops, let's take the stick, actually take the stick out. And then what I can do is put them together like a little bow tie. So bear with me while I do that. So here you have it, my gorgeous little snowman. Oh, I love him, love him, love him, love him. Let me bring him a little bit closer so you can see. He's so cute. So he's going to go on the side, and then we're going to go on to our next project. Right, on to our next project, and as you see, I've changed again. That's because we're on another day. This is what this house is like. It's such a busy house. I've got people in and out all the time. And it's sod's law that every time I come on to film or do something, someone walks in the door. So then I have to completely change, finish, you know, wrap the video up or stop it, whatever. And then if I don't get to carry on that day, I have to carry on another day. Honestly, it's like a crazy house, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So anyway, let's just get on. So for the next 2 projects, these are super easy and super simple. I'm saying super easy. The first one I'm going to show you was pre-done. And right at the end of the video, I'm going to talk to you about something which is going to explain about what I'm going to do. Does that make sense? Just follow me along and you'll know what I'm talking about when we come to the end. So basically, our mats, which are from the pound shop, obviously, because this is a pound shop hack thing, whatever. So I've got 3 of those, haven't I? Now, on my dining room wall, I had these pictures, which I've just taken down. I love these, and I'm so proud of, I painted these myself. So what I was going to say is, stay tuned at the end, because I'm going to be doing some, like a private members, what can we say, a private members group, if you like, where I'm going to do more detailed teaching classes, like workshops. But anyway, I'm going to come to that right at the end with the details for that. So what I'm using is my paintings, what I've already done. I've got 3 of these. You can use foam board, a photo frame, a mirror, just to use as a frame, because all I'm doing is putting that on top of it. So there they are like that, and all I'm going to do is glue them on the front. I just want to make a bit of a Christmas picture out of what I've already got. So I'm literally going to put a double glue on it. I'm going to tip the camera down and show you what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to get a bit of foam board as well and show you what it will look like on a foam board and what you can do with that as well. So just give me 1 second while I get the foam board and I'll be back. Right, now this is the foam board. Now this is just a bit of foam board I've got. It's just a tacky old bit of foam board what I use. But if you took a foam board, now you can buy foam boards probably from Amazon and loads of different craft shops. The two places where I would suggest getting them, which are actually quite reasonable, is the Range. They do 4 sheets for a tenner, and Hobbycraft also do 4 sheets for a tenner, and they are big postables. I can't think of the size off the top of my head, but if I'll do a search for you and I'll put the details below. And out of them big foam boards, you can get 3 if you want to make 3 pictures. I'm happen to do 3 because I've got 3 points there. And all you want to do, you don't have to, this is just optional, is put it on there. I mean, you can, if you wanted to, you can just hook, you know, stick them on there, but I just think on your wall, but I think to make an actual picture out of it. Get your mats, double glue gun, that's all you need. Double glue gun, double glue, whatever glue you've got on hand to put on there. And then what I would do to frame this off is edge it. You could edge it with ribbon if you wanted to, glitter. And that gives it the edge, that little bit of sparkle. Put it on your wall. A minute. And you can see, no you can't, there you go. Once you've got it all centralised and done properly and you've edged it and all that business, put them on your wall and you've got instant pictures. Done. Easy. But I'm actually using this frame, so I'm going to tip you down and quickly show you, and then I'll put them on the wall and show you that. And then I've got one more craft to show you, and then I've got a couple of announcements, so stay tuned. Right, now, last project coming up is these. So these are the chalkboards, and what I've done, I've taken them out. I've already done two, so I'm going to show those in a second, and I've spray painted them white. Let me take it out and I'll show you. So they are the little Christmas tree chalkboards, and you can use them for obviously anything. It also comes with a chalk, and they come on these little stands. Now I've actually got other ideas for these as well, but for today we're just going to do what I've already done, and they just stand up like that. So you could use them as your table settings, you know, put everyone's name on them and lay them around the table if you want to. They're a brilliant idea, and they're £1. But what I've done is I've spray painted them white, so all white. Then I used the mat, which we've just put on our pictures. My phone's going, obviously. And then I've laid it on the top of here, and then I've spray painted it in gold. And there is our template, our stencil. And I've sprayed it in gold. So all I'm going to do with these is stand them around my little snowman and my snowman in the middle. What I will do though, I think I'm going to put like a little bauble on the top here. And I think what I may do is use these baubles, use these little titty baubles, cover them in glitter and put them on the top like that. If I had little stars, I'd do stars, but I haven't. So for this occasion, we'll just do the little balls there. So I'm just going to quickly go and do that, and then I'll be back. Now, ignore the fact that these are completely different levels. It's because when Sean put the bloody hooks on the walls, it wasn't level. Anyway, but he's decorating this room. He keeps saying, but he said he's definitely going to do it over the next couple of weeks. So I'm not too concerned about it, because then he's going to re-put the hooks back up for me and do some hooks on that wall as well. So that would be good. But just to show you the idea of the Christmas trees on there, it is such an easy, simple thing to do. I mean, yes, okay, I've got the glitter and you know, the candles because I painted them myself, but with a bit of imagination and using a bit of poster board, foam board, cardstock, photo frames, mirrors, whatever you want to do, these on the top, I just think was just a simple idea and very effective. I can jazz them up if I want to. I can put more glitter on them, as I said. I can put baubles on them to make them 3D, like, you know, the little mini baubles. Loads of those, and I can kind of hook them on each end to make them 3D. I don't want to do that because that's not the look what I'm going for, but it's not to say that you don't have to do that, you know. Or use the little foam balls. The little packets of foam balls, you could use those and just dot those on there to make them look like they're little baubles, you know. And I just think it's such a good idea to do, using these. I bet you go down the pound shop, the left and I'm left. Sod's law, isn't it? And again, these are, what a lovely effect for the little Christmas trees. You could even, if you didn't want them on the stands, this just comes off, just take them off. Take it off. Get one section, sorry, put the camera down. Take these off, right? Use one section, glue it all the way down to make your trunk coming right down there. If you want to make like a little, in fact, we could do that as a craft. Yes. Right. carry on doing what you want to do if you want to do it, but I've just thought of something, so we can do that as one of our craft projects coming up. We can do a little scene. So we have multiples of these, like the little trees, and make it into like a little display. That'd be cute, without them being on the stands. All right, so that's coming up. We'll do that as an up and coming project. Now that's all the crafting done. Now I just wanted to say a couple of announcements I need to make. A couple of shout outs. I've got to say this. Hi to Ruth, nice to have met you the other day, Ruth. I was walking around an Asda big store with Lou and the baby, and all of a sudden this lovely lady come bounding out to me. Oh my God, I watch you all the time, you know, like that. So we had a little chat. So I hope you're doing really well, and I promised that I would give her a little shout out. So it was lovely to have met you. Secondly, there's another lady who, which I'm going to talk about something, you know, quite close to us anyway. And I was at my cousin's funeral, who sadly passed away with brain cancer, and I'm going to come on to something about that shortly. And while I was at the funeral, another lady came up to me who also watches me on YouTube, and happens to be one of the relatives of not my cousin but her husband's side. So I wouldn't, you know, I obviously wouldn't know that person. And you know what? I think her name was Denise. And so if you're watching, Denise, hi. Yeah, very sad occasion. You know, it was nice to meet the lady, but on a sad occasion. So I'm going to come to something about that in a second. The next thing I want to quickly mention is one of my subscribers sent me, I haven't even unboxed it, sent me a little parcel. Now I'm all for, so I'm going to unbox it. Let's tip you down a little bit. I'm all for supporting local businesses, you know, anything like that. I think it's very important as a community and as a country to help each other out. I'm a strong believer in that, and I'll always help where I can. Anyway, so this lovely lady sent me, and I'm going to open it now, a little box of goodies. And you know I love my candles. So she is a local lady. I believe she's a local lady, and she asked me if I would, if she could send me some things, could I share them with everybody? And absolutely I'm going to share them. So let's take it out. And she's also got, let me move the box out of the way, she's got a discount code as well, which I'll link in the description box, so please do look at that. She's wrapped them up for me in a lovely little box. Okay, so, ooh, I love looking at pretty boxes, and then I don't like undoing them because I don't want to spoil them. But anyway, they come in these lovely gift boxes. These would be great for Christmas presents, and I know what they are because obviously she told me. Oh God, oh my God, the smell. They're little wax melts. Now, I don't know if you can see, I've got some with little pumpkins on. Look at that. I've got a gingerbread one. Oh, there's some little cards in here as well, which we will have a look at those in a second. I've got a box. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas. Love it. Honestly, the smell is just beautiful. And this one says pretty little trinkets, and it's rhubarb and custard. And it does tell you, yeah, she doesn't live far from me because it's got a sticker on the back, but I'm not going to obviously show you that her address. But it's got some information about the melts as well. And I can smell them. Honestly, they smell absolutely lush. I love the little gingerbreads. Look at that on there. So cute. I've got to get this one out. Hang on a minute. Let's have a little look. Oh, they are the little gingerbread men. Look. Oh my God. Look at them. They're so cute. Absolutely gorgeous. And then on the back, you've got the details about the candles. the candle wax, sorry. And then I'm presuming that the pumpkin one is going to be, I love these little bags. Are going to be, yeah, look at that, little pumpkins. So I'm going to be lighting those. You may be able to take a screenshot of the details. And then what I'll do is I will also leave you the discount code as well. But thank you so much. It's absolutely wonderful. I love it. Thank you. So that's that little thing. I just wanted to show you and share the details of that, Louise. Thank you very much. Now, the very, very, very last thing. I know this is gone quite on, but I really want to get everybody's help with this one. So, well, actually, there's two things, but let's do this first thing. So basically, as I said earlier, my cousin sadly passed away, and in a very, well, I think it was quite a short time of 12 months. And while she was having her treatment, she was going for treatment in a centre in Swanley called, I think it's called the Swanley Therapy Centre, and she was going for therapy with oxygen in her breathing. And when she passed away, she asked everybody not to have loads and loads of flowers. She wanted the money to go to a good charity. So she picked out the charities, which were the cancer charities and the Swanley Therapy as well. And I've chosen to do some fundraising for the Swanley Therapy, the Swanley Therapy unit. So I'm going to be teaming up with Claire from Polly Put the Petal On. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a bit of a collab. And what we're going to do is, one of us is going to make a garland, Christmas garland. The other one's going to make a wreath. And I think it'll be Claire probably doing the wreath and me probably doing the garland. And we're going to do a kind of raffle. So we're going to raffle them off. And obviously every single penny from what we get from there will be going to that charity. And it will be going to the Swanley Therapy unit. Along with those two things, I'm also going to add in a couple of little bits and pieces as well, maybe two other things. One of the things I'm going to be raffling is, this is, if you're into the candy cane theme, they do these items in Home Bargains. I picked this one up. I'm not going to be using, I didn't buy it to keep for myself. I always had the intention that I wanted to do a raffle. And I wanted to, funny enough, I wanted to do the raffle and some sort of charity funding even before my cousin had died. And it was one of them things I hadn't even got around to doing. So these, as I say, all the proceeds will go to a really good cause. So I'm going to be raffling this. The original price for this in Home Bargains was $12.99. So this is going to be one of the prizes as well. And it's your candy cane, what do they call it? Serving platter. That's going to be raffled. And I'm probably going to raffle maybe a bottle of bubbly or, you know, something else like that. So we'll have like 4 prizes. We'll have a big prize. So the 2 main prizes, which will be actually, the wreath will be the main prize. I'm going to donate the garland to the centre. And the other little prizes obviously will go to the raffle people, whoever joins the raffle. Does that all make sense? But I will go over this again in the next video, because we're not actually doing it right this moment. It's going to be over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that, and I will give you more details about that. And then last but not least, I'm out of breath now, all this talking. Last but not least, I'm going to be setting up, I'm already in the process of doing it, a private members group. And the private members group will be real detailed tutorials. So yes, you know, I'm doing all this on YouTube, all you know, loads of little pound shop DIY projects and stuff like that. But for small businesses who want to learn and sell their products, that's going to be for that type of person. So stay tuned for that. I'm in the process of setting that up at the moment. It will consist of videos where you it's like a subscription, but it's not going to be a subscription where you've got to do it for 12 months. It's not like that at all. It's a bit like you pay as you go kind of thing. So I'm going to be setting up probably, I would say maybe in a week. I'm aiming for a week's time, a week to 2 weeks time. I want to get this up and running by the first weekend, well, let's say a week then, first week in November. because we will be doing lots of Christmas projects coming up, and then as the month goes on, then in January we'll be doing up winter projects, then it'll be spring, summer, and so on. That's what we're going to be doing. It's not just going to be wreaths and garlands and things like that. It's, excuse me, I've got a bit of hiccups. It's going to be things like this as well, the paintings I've done as well. So it's going to be home decor for all year round as well. So look out for the details on that. The very first video will be going live, and it will be going on Facebook. It's just the biggest platform and the easiest thing for people to get onto. Obviously you won't be paying for that. It's literally going to be like an introductory, so it'll be a live Facebook live Facebook chat, if you like, where you then can come on and ask me questions, and I can see the comments and I'll be able to answer. So that'll be a live event, put it that way. And I will be posting all the details on my business page on Facebook as well. So I'm going to put all the details, link descriptions, and in the description box and everything as much as I can. Now I'm out of breath. And I think that's it, guys. Right at the very end, when I finish off now, I'm going to quickly set, no, it'll already be set up anyway, the snowman with the other snowmen, oh my God, I've talked so much, I don't know what I'm talking about now. The snowman and the two little Christmas trees, we're going to put them around that as well. And I'm going to quickly take some footage of that so you can see how that's set up. And then, guys, that's it. And then I look forward to seeing you in the next video. So do look out for everything. It'll all be listed, as I said. I'm sorry this has dragged on, this video. It's a bit of a long one, I know. But, you know, if you don't have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. Just go through bits and pieces of it. There's a little fly in it. It's getting on my bloody last nerve, flipping thing. Anyway, take care, everybody. I'll see you all soon. And look out for all the details. Follow me on my Facebook page. I don't actually do personal Facebook. It's not my thing. It's just a business page, but it has to go via Facebook, if that makes sense. So follow me on there on Instagram and look out for all the announcements coming up. All right. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.